So let us learn the chess language. Let us start with the chessboard. We will not call this as a normal board. We will always call this board as a chessboard. Now, can you tell me what is the shape of this board? Yes, can you guess? Yes, it is square in shape. Now, what are the properties of a square board? Yes, can you guess? Yes, the square shape all has all the sides equal on the board. That is, all the sides are same on the board for a square shape. Now, the first question while starting the basics while starting the game of chess should be, how should I place this board? Because all the sides of the board are same. So, how will we place it? In this way, or will you rotate it in this manner, or will you place it in this way? How will you place the board? That is my question. Because all the sides of the board are same. Yes, can you think? How can we place the board? Yes. So, I will tell you. Lift your right hand. Yeah. So, your right hand, on your right hand side, you should always have this white colored square. You can see there are multiple small squares on the board. Now, there are two colors. One is the colored square, another is the white square. So, always on your right hand side, you should have a white colored square. Okay. See, if I rotate my board, on my right hand side, there is a colored square. Yes, which means that the position of the board is wrong. Okay, always first when you are setting up the board, always check on the right hand side you are going to have a white colored square, whether you are white or you are black. Always right hand side white colored square. Okay, this is the first thing that you have to notice while placing the chessboard. Now, I'll tell you the second thing for which we have to look for the board. Can you see these small alphabets written on your board? It's written small a, small b, small c, small d, e, f, g, h, and there are some numbers written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Some of your boards might not have these alphabets or numbers written on them. I'll tell you a technique how to write these alphabets and numbers. But for now, let me tell you how to place this board, and then I'll tell you how to write these alphabets and numbers. Okay, so I told you the first thing. On the right hand side, you should always have this white colored square. Now, always on the front of you, whether I am white or I am black, always in the front you are going to have these alphabets. All the series of these alphabets starting from A to H, you should have these alphabets in front of you, and the numbers always in this direction. I repeat, see, always we should have these alphabets in front of us, and these numbers are going to be in this direction. So the two things that you have to look for the board while just placing your board is, first, on the right hand side you will have a white colored square, and the second thing is you will always have these alphabets in front of you, and the numbers are always in this direction. Clear about the chessboard? How do we place the board? Okay, so place your board according to these two things. Okay, now I'll tell you how to write these alphabets and numbers if it is not written on your board. On which is your left hand? Raise it. Yes. So now on the left hand side you will see a colored square. Now from the colored square, always start the alphabet A. Always from the left hand side you will start the alphabet A, and you will go from A to H in this direction, which means that start A in this direction, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, always start the A from the left bottom corner of the board. And the numbers will also start from this direction, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, always from this. So when you are writing the alphabets and the numbers, make sure from the left bottom corner of the board you write the series of alphabets and the numbers. Make sure your alphabets and numbers are written in proper order and in proper direction. alphabets always in front of us and numbers are in this direction. Okay, and we have the white square on the right hand side. So is everyone clear with the basic part of the chessboard, how we place it and how are the alphabets and the numbering done on the board? Okay, now let us move to the next part about the chessboard. Now as we talked that this board is basically square in shape, right? Now this bigger square has lot many smaller squares on the board. See, you can see these small squares, you can see these small squares on the board. Yes? Now these smaller squares, have you ever wondered how many smaller squares are there on this chessboard? Yes, would you like to give a count? How many squares are there on this board? Give it a try, give it a count. I'll give you 1 minute to think. How many squares are there on the board? Can you tell me the figure? Yes, there are 64 squares. Now let us just cross check it whether my number is correct or not. So we'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now these are 8 and these are 8. So we'll simply multiply them. 8 multiplied by 8, which means that on this chessboard we have 64 squares. Now we will play the game of chess on these 64 squares. Now these 64 squares are both white as well as colored. So now out of those total 64 squares, can you guess how many of them are white squares and how many of them are colored squares? Yes, 32 squares are white in color and 32 squares are colored. Okay, now maybe you might be wondering that your chessboard might be black in color, like these color squares. They are green on my chessboard, but it might be black on your board or blue in color, or it might be any other color. So we will generally call it as a colored square. So whether it's black or it's green or any other color, we will simply call these square boxes as colored square and the other one as white square. So the total squares on this chessboard are 64, and out of those 64 squares I have 32 squares which are white in color and 32 squares which are colored squares. Okay, so these are the basic squares on the board. Now you might have studied in your schools about standing line, sleeping line or slanting line. So we're going to talk about these three terms, how we're going to have the movement on the board of chess. So this is, you can lift your hand and along with me you can make the direction on the board. First, everyone place the chessboard in the right order. With your right hand side you should have a white colored square and you should have these alphabets in front of you. Place the chessboard similar to me as what I have placed in front of me. Okay, after placing your chessboard, lift your hand and we will start making standing line, sleeping line and slanting line on the board, because this is the basic movement of pieces on my chessboard. Okay, so this will be my sleeping line on the board. This is my sleeping line. Okay, this will be my sleeping line on the board. Now let us talk about standing line. So this will be my standing line on the board. That is vertical or standing line on the board. This is my standing line or vertical line on the board. So these are my standing line on the board. Now talking about the slanting line. See, if I start with this square, I will go one by one. Like if I am placing my hand on the colored square, so the slanting line will always go in the colored square only. Like if I am placing my hand on this square, then I am going to the next square. This is my slanting line. Then to the next square. This is again a slanting line. Now again to the next square. This is again a slanting line. Slanting square, slanting square. So this colored line will indirectly become a slanting line, slanting part on the board. So the slanting line indicates all the colored square, okay, on the board. Now for example, if I take a white colored square, so how will the slanting line go for this white colored square? It would be the another white colored square in this direction, one more white colored square in another, and then again white colored square and one more white. So this will be my complete slanting line in this direction. Okay, it can also be in this direction, a simple slanting line, but it has to be in the same color. Like if it's white, I will go in slanting line in this direction. If I am talking about a colored square slanting line, it will go in this direction. So these are the basic three lines: standing line, sleeping line and slanting line. So as I told you, this is my sleeping line on the board. This will be my standing line on the board. And above the slanting line, as I told you, if I start with a colored square, it will go along this colored square on the board. So this will be my slanting line. If it's a white square, again it will go in this slanting line. Now sleeping line, standing line and slanting line are the basic terms which are used. These are not the chess term languages. So I will tell you the name of these terms in chess language, what we call, in the next lecture. So basically, making it easy, keeping it simple right now for you, I am just telling you that about the standing line, sleeping line and standing line. Are you clear with it? Okay, so now as we have discussed about the arrangement of chessboard, we discussed about how to write alphabets and numbers on the board. We discussed about how many squares should be there on this chessboard. We discussed on the standing line, sleeping line and slanting line on the board. Now let us move to one more important thing on the board. Now as we talked earlier that on this chessboard I have 64 squares. Now every square has its own importance on the board, which we are going to study later. So as every square has its own importance, do you think that every square should have a specific name? So do you want to learn all these names? Do you want to remember them? Or do you want to learn them? Or do you want to learn them with a trick? What do you want? Yes, tell me. Okay, so we will learn them with a specific trick, and we are going to learn the name of all the squares that are there on the chessboard, that is all the 64 squares. We are going to learn them with a specific trick. Now let us start with the basic square, that is this one. Now this square, now if I say the name of this square, or maybe let us start with this one, we will go with this square. Okay, now if I talk about the name of the square, here I'll make a straight line. You can also place a piece on this square of the board, and you can move your fingers along with what I am moving on the board right now. So let us make a straight line here. Now can you see the alphabet, what is written here? It is D. Okay, so here I am making a straight line. This is going to be D, and here again I am making a line on this side of the board, and here the number written is 6, right? I can go on the other side also on the board. See the alphabet, see the number, what is it written? This is 6, right? So what will be the name of the square? I got D from here and I got 6 from here. So the name of this square is D6. Always the alphabet comes first and then the number. Okay, so the name of this square is D6. I'll repeat. See how we got the name of the square. Here I kept the piece. I made a straight line along this line. Now this here the alphabet written is D, and along this line I got the number 6. So the name of this square is going to be D6. Now let us look at this square. What do you feel? What is the name of this square? Let us, on your chessboard, place one of the piece on this square. Now let us look what will be the name of this square. Now here we can see the alphabet. What is the alphabet written here? Can you tell me? Yes, it is E. So I'll make a straight line along here. this will be E, and again I will make a line here along this one. So here what is the number written? It is written 7. So the name of this square is going to be E7. Always the alphabet comes first and then the number. So the name of this square is going to be E7. Okay, let us look at one more example on the board. Now here if I place one of your piece on this square of the board. Now again I'll place my finger here and take the other finger along the straight line. Let us look. Here I am making a straight line along vertically, or in the standing line I am making a line. Here see which alphabet is written here. Can you tell me? Yes, it's F. So the alphabet would be F. And can you see the number written here? Which is the number? Yes, it's 5. So the name of this square is going to be F5. Yes. So I will name this square as F5. Always the alphabet first and then the number. Never go vice versa on the board. Now if I look on this square on the board, can you tell me what is the name of this square? Yes, can you tell me? Yes, it is B7. So here I have if I make a straight line here, this is going to be B, and here if in this direction I see the number is going to be 7. So the name of this square is B7. Okay, can you tell me what is the name of this square? Yes, tell me. Place one of your piece on the chessboard, one on this square, and then see what is the name of this square. Look on the board and tell me. Yes, it is going to be D8. Here the alphabet is D, and here if I make a straight line, the alphabet is going to be 8. Now can you tell me the name of this square? Place one of your piece on this square and see what is the name of the square. Can you tell me? Yes, it is E3. If I make a straight line, it is E, and here if I make a straight line, it is going to be 3. So the name of this square is E3. Tell me the name of this square. Yes, tell me. Yes, the name of this square is going to be C2. I'll make a straight line. The alphabet here is C, and here the number is 2. So the name of this square is going to be C2. Now one thing you might have observed on the board, these alphabets are written in small letters. Okay, so these are the name of the squares. So always the name of the squares are always going to be in small letters. It is small a, small b, small c, small d, small e, small f, small g and small h. So all the letters are always small in letters. Now why is it small? I'll tell you in the next classes, upcoming classes. So these always remember, the name of all these squares are always going to be in small in letters, whether it's B2 or E3, H5 or G7 or F5, any of the squares. Okay, so we can simply name the squares by looking at the alphabets and the numbers. So the name of the square is going to be E2. So are you clear with it? The names of the squares. So all the 64 squares on the board have a specific name, and all of them are small in letters. Okay, clear with this part? Okay, now let us start now this was all about the chessboard that we saw. So let us just quickly revise what we learned about the chessboard. Then we will gradually move towards the pieces on the board. So we started with the naming of the board. We call this board as a chessboard. The second thing that we studied about the board was, on the right hand side you are always going to have a white colored square. You are always going to have alphabets in front of you, and the numbers would be arranged in this direction, right? On this board, on this square board, I have smaller squares on the board. So all the smaller squares, if I add up, they would be 64 in number. Out of the 64 squares, 32 squares are white and 32 squares are black in 32 squares are black in color. Okay, now we talked about standing line, sleeping line and slanting line. So this is my sleeping line on the board. This is my standing line, or I can say it as a vertical line also. And the third thing that we had was slanting line on the board. So this is my slanting line. If I am starting with a colored square, the slanting line will go in the colored square only. If I am starting in white colored, it will go in white colored only on the board. Okay. Now, if I talk about the naming of the squares, if I have a piece, for example, here, can you guess the name? What is the name of this square? Yes, it is going to be E3. So now, here make a straight line. This is going to be E, and here the number written is 3. So the name of this square is going to be E3. Now let us look at one more square on the board. Place any one of your piece which is there. Place it on this square. Can you guess what is the name of this square? Yes, it is H6. Here on this line I have the alphabet written H, and here I have the number written 6. So the name of this square is H6. So are you all clear with the naming of the squares on the chessboard? Okay. Now this is all what we learned about the chessboard. Now let us move to the pieces on the board. We have white colored pieces and black colored pieces. So as we talked about that on the square board, we have 64 squares. So out of this 64 squares, 32 squares were white and 32 black. Can you guess how many pieces are there on the board? The total number of pieces on the board. Can you guess? Would you like to count them? Okay, so there are 32 pieces on the board. If you want to count, you can count them. There are 32 pieces of black and white. If I specifically talk about white pieces, they are 16 in number, and black pieces are also 16 in number. So total pieces are 32, and out of those 16 pieces are white and 16 pieces are black. Okay, so we are going to play the complete chess on the 64 squares and with these 32 pieces. Now let us look on how to arrange these pieces on the board. Now on this board, always remember that the white pieces will always be arranged on the first and the second row of the board. On these two lines you will arrange the white pieces, and the black pieces are always going to be arranged on the 7th rank and the 8th rank of the board. I repeat, your white pieces are always going to be arranged on the first line and the second line of the board, and the black pieces will be arranged on the 7th and the 8th line of the board. So let us start arranging the white pieces on the board. We will start with these small soldiers. Today I will tell you the general names of these pieces, and then in the next upcoming classes I'll tell you what we call them in chess language. So this piece is called as a soldier. This is one of the smallest piece on the board. This is the smallest piece and this is called as a soldier. So start arranging the soldiers on the second line of the board. We have 8 soldiers of white and 8 soldiers of black. So start arranging all the white soldiers on the second line of the board. You can start arranging these pieces with me on your chessboard. Done arranging. So I have arranged all the soldiers in the second line of the chessboard. Okay. Now let us move to the next piece, that is elephant. Now this elephant has a small hat on the top. This is my elephant. Okay. We have 2 elephants of white and 2 elephants of black. So we will place one of the elephant on one of the bottom left corner, that is A1, and the second elephant I will place it on the other side of the board, that is H1. So place both these elephants, one on A1 and another on H1 on the board. Done. Now after elephant we have horse on the board. There are 2 horse from white and 2 horse from black. See how the horse look. This horse has a shape or the figure of the horse. It has an animal figure made on it. So place one of the horse on the square B1 and the second horse on the square G1, just beside the elephant on both the side. Now after placing the horse on both the side, we have these two camels on the board. This camel has an inverted hat and there is a dot at the top. So this is how you're going to recognize camel. So again, white has two camel and black also has two camels on the board. We will place one camel beside the horse on the square F1 and the second camel on the square C1, just beside the other horse. Okay, this is the basic part how we arrange the pieces of white. We are left with two pieces on the board, the queen and the king. Now how do I recognize the queen? See, the queen has a crown at the top and there's a dot made on the top. So this is my queen. See, this is how the queen look on the board. And this is my king. The king will always have a plus sign at the top. This will be my king. Now before arranging the queen and the king, let us quickly arrange all the black pieces on the board. Now as I told you, you have to arrange all the white pieces on the first and the second row of the board, and you will arrange all the black pieces on the 7th and the 8th line on the board. So again, let us start with these soldiers. All the white pieces and the black pieces are same. So again, we have these soldiers. So start placing your soldiers on the 7th line of the board. Again, black has 8 soldiers. So place all the 8 soldiers on the 7th line of the board. Done arranging, everyone? Okay, so we are done with arranging all the soldiers on the second line of the board. Now, similar to what white had, black also had two elephants with a hat on the top. So I will place one of the elephant on the square H8 and the second elephant will be placed on the square A8 at both the corners of the chessboard. Now after elephant, I have two horses on the board. One horse will be placed on the square G1 and the second horse will be placed on the square B8, just beside the elephant what we have placed for white. In the similar way, we are going to place it for black again. Now after this, I will place both the camels on the board. So this is my camel. I will place one of the camel on the square F8 and the second camel on the square C8, just beside the horse. Now this is again the basic arrangement for the black pieces. Now again we are left with the white black queen, which has a crown at the top and a dot, and I have a black king which has a plus sign on the top. So now let us talk about where do we place the queen and the king on the board. Now let us start with white queen. Now I have two squares here. One is white square, another is colored square. Now where should I place this white queen? On the white square or on the colored square? Can you guess? Where should I place the queen? Yes, think. Where should we place? Yes, we are going to place this white queen on the white colored square. Always remember, white queen is always placed on the white colored square, and now we are just left with one square, and there we will place the white king. So white queen always on the white colored square, and then we are just left with one square where we are going to place the king. Now here when I talk about the black piece, again can you guess for the queen, black queen, where should we place? On the colored square or on the white square? Where can I place the queen? Yes, guess. Yes, we are going to place the black queen on the colored square, and I am left with just one square on the board where I will place this black king. Yes, so now always while arranging the basic part, always we have the white queen on the white colored square and the black queen is always going to be on the colored square. So this is the basic arrangement of pieces on the board. We have the elephant at the corner, then we have the horse. Beside the horse I have the bishop. Beside the bishop I have a king. Then I have the queen, white queen, always on the white colored square. Then I have again the camel, then the horse, and then the elephant, and I have all these soldiers in the front. So always on the first and the second row arrange the white pieces, on the 7th and the 8th row of the board arrange the black pieces. So this is all about the basic arrangement of pieces on the chessboard. Okay, so everyone has arranged in the similar way what I have arranged on my board. Yes, is it clear to you? If you have any doubt whatever I have taught in this class, you can pause the video. You might have an option where there is a chat box, or you can communicate me your doubt through the WhatsApp. I will reply your doubt as soon as possible. So do write your doubts in the chat box and let me know about the doubt. So did you enjoy? Okay. So now we will end the class here. Thank you everyone. We'll see you in the next class. Have a good day. Bye.